The sixth point, Acts 2:22. Jesus is a man approved by God. Men of Israel, listen to these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man attested to you by God with miracles and wonders and signs, which God did through him in your midst, just as you yourselves know. Which God did through him in your midst. So between you guys, which God did through him. So he is a mediator, yes. In his human nature, yes, he is a mediator. And when he came to the earth, of course he need to mediate between God and man. 1 Timothy 2:5, right? And Acts 2:22, I mean, I'm always like, it's fabulous how Muslims just look at one passage out of the context. They don't continue reading. He quotes John 14:28. If you read whole John 14, it's claiming Jesus to be God. But we continue reading. This man delivered over by the predetermined plan and foreknowledge of God. Now, how would he know anything about God if he is not the divine God and Son of God? If how would he know? How would God give him the authority to know the predetermined plan and foreknowledge of God? You nailed him to a cross by the hands of lawless men and put him to death. But God raised him up again. Does Allah raise him up? Please answer the question. Does Allah raise him up? No. The Quran says no. The Quran says he killed him not, nor crucified him. So the crucifixion doesn't even happen. Thus, he is not dead. So the Muslim position is in a bit of trouble here. In a lot of trouble, I should say. So, but God raised him up again, putting an end to the agony of death, since it was impossible for him to be held in its power. And later on is David saying, so we will skip that. And the final point, Matthew 20:23, verse 23. Jesus cannot assign places in the kingdom. I'll just read from his translation. Jesus said unto them, you will indeed drink from my cup, but to sit at my right or left is not for me to grant. These places belong to those for whom they have been prepared by my Father. What is your objection here? He is saying that these places belong to those who are prepared by the Father. Now, as a counter-argument to this, I have a really good one. It's also in John 14. Ironically, I have to go back to this. John 14:1. Do not let your heart be troubled. Believe in God, but also believe in me. In my Father's house are many dwelling places. If it were not so, I would not have told you. For I go and prepare a place for you. For I, the authority has been given to me. For I go and prepare a place for you. I will come again and receive you to myself. Jesus will come again to receive you to myself, not Yahweh himself. I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, he is in heaven. That proves Jesus is in heaven. That's where I am. So either the Muslim will say the John the Baptist is not a reliable source or is corrupted, but if you say that, then I have nothing to say. I mean, where I am, there you may be also. So the heaven kingdom. And you know the way where I am going. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. But by me. So, it's not Jesus cannot assign places into the kingdom. It's Jesus has the keys to the death and Hades. It says in Revelation 1:17-18. So you quote, belong to those whom they have been prepared by my Father. But here it says, I go prepare a place for you. So I think the response video is just about it. And I'll read his conclusion and give some final thoughts. He says, nowhere does the Bible say God is three equal co-eternal persons. First of all, persons, we don't define it as human beings. We define them as entities, right? So co-eternal is for certain, that I know. But co-equal, the Holy Spirit is sent upon us, within us. This is supported by many scriptures. I won't get deep into that because I've already made that for like 30 minutes video, and I'm gonna split parts to make every video shorter. But co-equal, as I said earlier, so I cannot confirm that, and the Trinity is a really complex construct. But Muslim here will say, "Oh, but the Tawheed is very easy. It's an easy God. It's an easy God to comprehend." But easy to comprehend doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's factually true. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It's a fallacy. He says the Trinity is a later theological construct developed to reconcile various biblical references, but not explicitly stated in the scriptures. Many passages suggest hierarchy or distinction or equality, which I mentioned in the last video. Not equality. So that's why I say co-eternal. I'm not sure, it's a mystery. For Orthodox Christian, it's a mystery. The Holy Spirit is often portrayed as God's power or presence. Now this is heresy now. This is heresy. Not a distinct co-equal person. I'm doing this for the sake of educating people, of encouraging people to think, to have their own thoughts together, to make up their mind, not to convince them, but to let them make up their mind about the stance of the issue. So next video will go into Luke 1 and Acts 2, and see you in the next video.